I'm actually doing a pre-intro because I actually filmed this video that you're about to watch. I filmed it 3 months ago. Yikes. The reason why I never uploaded this video or edited this video was because it's something that was very, even after I sat down and filmed the video, it still was such a heavy, gut-wrenching topic, and I was literally still going through this 3 months after I had originally filmed this. So I knew that this was such a very, very important video for me to share, for me to talk about. This is not a fun topic to talk about by any means, but that exact reason is why I know that it's so important for me to open up, for me to share my story, for me to let go of the fear of the judgment and who's watching. Because I know that the people that this is meant to reach, it will reach, and you are watching right now. So stick around towards the end of the video because something very symbolic happens, and it really just ties everything in together as everything comes full circle in divine timing. That being said, let's get into the video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a very taboo topic, and that is dreaming about your ex. So if that's something that you are interested in, go ahead and dive deep with me. Let's get into this video. Welcome back to my channel. This is your girl, Miss Purple P, your intergalactic goddess. Hi. If you clicked on this video, could be a couple reasons why. Maybe you liked my face, maybe you liked my name, or maybe you are dreaming about your ex and you feel some type of way about it, and here we are. This is something that has been on my mind for a while recently, and that's because I personally have been having tons and tons and tons of dreams about my ex. And this is someone that I was in a relationship with for almost 10 years. Even though we have been broken up for years now and we have both moved on and everything like that, still I find myself having dreams about this person. And it really had me take a step back and ask myself, why am I dreaming about my ex? But first, the first real thing that I needed to do was to get real with myself. And this is why I feel that this is a taboo topic. I believe that everybody and their mamas are dreaming about their ex, whether it was someone they were in a relationship with, had a fling, someone they were married to, or even this could be ex-friends, people you used to be best friends with, you used to be really cool, you had a fallout, something happened, you were left burned. And so dreaming about these people that you once shared admiration for, shared a love for, shared a relationship, shared a life with, when the party's over and you are caught off guard living your life, and then one day you have this intense dream about someone from your past, it can make you wake up feeling some type of way. And a lot of the times we keep it to ourselves because we feel embarrassed, especially if it's an ex, especially if you have moved on. Maybe you remarried, maybe you are in a new relationship with someone and you don't just want your partner to think anything because you were dreaming about your ex. You don't want them to feel insecure, kind of leading a conversation into going into kind of a negative direction, bringing up insecurities, all that kind of stuff. So a lot of the times we tend to keep it to ourselves, or we confide in maybe a best friend or maybe our mom or something like that. Now, all the other person can really do for you is one, listen. They can hold space, they can be there for you, and they'll probably chime in and tell you, fuck that person, don't worry about it, it was just a dream. And that's where I come in to say, your dreams are not just your dreams. Your dreams have hidden messages. Sometimes they're very obvious, and sometimes you really gotta dig deep with them. Now, let me give you some backstory so I can put this in perspective for you to understand my situation. So this person that I have been having tons and tons of dreams about lately, I was with this person I was previously engaged to. I was with this person from age 18 to about 27. I'm a vampire, I know. So a very long time. I shared a life with this person. Now we have both moved on in committed long-term relationships, partnerships. I have no ill will towards this person or anything like that. But I spent most of my adulthood with this person. And the breakup itself, honestly, was traumatic in itself, as breakups are for a lot of people. It really sucks. It's so much deeper than getting over someone, because a lot of the times we attach a lot of things to other people. We give them a power, whether they know it or not, or whether we even know it or not. So what was I gonna do, right? I'm waking up next to my current partner who I've been in a relationship with for years now, and I'm waking up after having dreamt about my ex. You can have all kinds of dreams about your ex, right? But my dreams were very much in the me needing reassurance and being afraid that this person was going to one day just not see me as that ultimate, the one that got away. Now, I was the one that ended the relationship. We were just no longer really a vibrational match for each other, and I had made the decision that it was best that we moved on with our lives. But that does not mean that the breakup was not just as terrible for me. So I had to get really real with myself. I had to sit down and ask myself the uncomfortable question. Why does my ex keep popping up in my head? What is this about? What is this insecurity about? Because I have moved on. I've been working on myself. I practice self-love every single day. Why is this happening right now? And by me going within, because the only one that could give me the answer was myself. So I had to go within and really just sit with myself and ask, what is it? Okay, I'm not in love with this person. I don't want to be with this person. So why am I having dreams about this person like that? Why is there this incessant need for me to be seen as number one? No one can ever top me. Why do I need my ex to validate that? Even in my dream, even in the privacy of my own dream, why is that a concern to me? And so the first obvious answer is deep-rooted insecurity, clearly. And that's me placing my value in the hands of someone else. When I started dating my ex, I was in a very dark place. I needed to run away from my life. And I met him at a time where I felt that he really saved me, and he showed me this whole different world. So I realized that for me, that relationship, and a big reason why that breakup nearly ended me, was because my relationship with this person, to me, meant so much more than a romantic relationship. It meant so much more than sexual attraction. It meant security. It meant love that I wasn't giving to myself, that I didn't feel that I was getting from my family, from my parents. He basically taught me how to be an adult. He showed me things that I had never learned before. Basically, he helped me grow up, and he really put so much fun into my life and showed me that on the contrary to what you have been told your whole life, there actually is a whole bright world out there full of people who will love you, who will adore you, who will be there for you no matter what. And with this person also came this network of people, because he had so many friends and they were all ride or die for each other, and so they gave that same energy to me, and it made me feel very uplifted. It made me feel like people gave a shit about me. It made me feel validated. It made me feel worthy. It made me feel beautiful, because those things I was not feeling from myself, because those things I felt like I wasn't getting from my family. Because of my experiences of my life, I felt like I wasn't worth shit. But here was this whole network of people, and this guy who loved me and adored me, and I loved him and I adored him. Even with all the bad stuff, I was willing to overlook all of it because this person made me feel worthy. And so really, that entire relationship, I was just running on empty. I was just running off of fumes that other people were giving to me, because I didn't even know where the hell to begin with myself. I thought I was crazy. I thought I was tainted. Just a dark, shitty, gross person because of my life experiences. And there were these people that made me feel like I maybe was worth living. And so when that relationship ended and all those friendships ended too, it was like someone took the rug from underneath me, and I didn't expect that. I just thought, oh, I'm gonna do the hard part, I'm gonna end a relationship, and yeah, I'm gonna move on with someone else and everything's gonna be fine, because I didn't realize how deep my personal issues were. I didn't realize how much I literally never loved myself. This is getting really real. And so even after all of the things that I overcame, overcoming depression, overcoming suicide attempts, getting on the path to healing, recovery, connecting with my spirituality, really working on myself, really doing the work every single day, devoted to myself, still, when I would hear about my ex and I would hear, good things about his life, him moving on, things like that, I felt fine. But deep down, that little girl inside me felt sad. Now, like I said, you can also have dreams about people you weren't in romantic relationships with. You could have people that you used to be friends with and are no longer friends. I've also had a lot of those dreams too. And the people that popped up in those dreams, they were people that really, when I really think about it, on a friend level, really hurt me the most, from no longer seeing any worth in having a friendship with me. And it really gutted me. But I put up this wall, like I didn't give a shit. But really deep down, that cut like 1,000 knives, and it still hurts, and it's something that I'm still making peace with. But every time I dream about those people, I realize there's still some work to do. So what I do when I have dreams about people from my past, whether it be an ex or whether it be an ex-friend, what I do is when I wake up, I ground myself and become aware of my surroundings, become aware that I'm in my room, I'm in my home, this is my current reality. And then what I do is I send myself love. I close my eyes and I tell myself, it's okay. You have been hurt. You are still hurting. And that's okay. To be honest, I don't know how long healing takes. Even the pain of healing from an old relationship, there was so much wrapped up. So much of myself wrapped up and entangled in another person's lives, and we still have people, places, and things intertwined. So it never really feels like it's gonna go 100% away. And so instead of being judgmental to myself for having dreams about said people, instead I have to be compassionate towards myself. I have to tell myself, you are worthy. You are loved. And it's okay. It's okay to send those people love too. Whether you're on good terms with them, whether you're not on good terms with them, however things ended, whether it was in a fight or whether you just stopped talking to each other one day but it still affected you, it's okay to send love to those people. It's okay to come to the realization that yes, you loved these people at one point in time, and it's okay if you still have love somewhere in your heart for them. It's okay if these people affected you and shaped you into the person you are today. It's okay if this old friend introduced you into your favorite singer now. It's okay if you recognize that you say things that your ex used to say to you all the time, but it's now become just a part of your personality. It's okay. All of the people in our lives, whether they're in the past or whether they're in our current, they are still in one way or another a part of us. Whether things are on good terms or on bad terms, all of these people that we interact with on a small scale, on a big scale, they all have an influence and affect the person that we are today, the person that we will be in the future. I know that was a long-winded explanation, but I really do hope that the message that you take away from this is that if you are dreaming about your ex, first of all, just drop the judgment towards yourself. If you don't want to talk about it to other people, that's totally fine. But what I do recommend that you do, if you aren't already, is to start recording your dreams. The best way, in my opinion, is for you to write it down. Even if it's the gist of it, maybe you only write the date and you just, I dreamt about this person. Maybe you don't have to go into details. Maybe you can make it a sentence or two, or maybe you'll be super extra like me and freaking write novels because you're a Virgo and there is no such thing as making things brief because you're just a very detailed oriented person. But if you actually track these things, put them down on your notepad, pen to paper, whatever, you can see how often. When did I dream about this person? Was there something that reminded me of them? You can kind of start to connect things. And this all ties into you understanding yourself better. You connecting with your inner self, your higher self, and for you to really just caress your ego and say, there, it's okay. You're human in this life. We are emotional beings. Life is messy, it's complicated. Sometimes shit is perfect and sometimes shit is fucked, okay? But that's just life. I really do believe that if you take the time to really mend that piece of your heart that you feel like it's never ever gonna heal, you take the time and be gentle and you nurture your heart like you would nurture someone else's who is hurting on some level, that, my friend, is really what's gonna make the healing process just easier. And maybe it'll take a while. Maybe you don't know when that's gonna end, and that's okay. Sometimes in life, we are with people who have a tremendous impact on us. And that, my friends, is where the footage just disappeared. I did not notice until I was actually on my computer in the editing software, and I'm like, oh, this is, what? I checked my camera, no more. Checked my computer, no more. It just disappeared into thin air, and it's just very symbolic of what I was talking about, because I was still very much really hurting from that experience of having these dreams. And even a week ago, I had just moved recently, and that was a very big symbolic move for me. I've talked about that on a previous video on my channel, and even the move itself, because that was a place that I really was dealing and processing and healing post-breakup. After I moved from there, I felt like I was ending these old karmic cycles. But still, I had one more big symbolic dream that was very similar to all the other previous dreams. And I just had to sit with myself in meditation, and I talked out loud to my guides, and I'm like, I don't want this anymore. Like, this has got to go. If I need to purge, however I need to purge it from my body, from my soul, my spirit, this is it. This is the time. I am ready to be free and to let go of this. And I can literally just sit here and smile about it, because I genuinely do feel like I'm finally free of this, what was torment for me, dreaming about your ex. But this is not all to say, I'm not saying all of this so that I can get sympathy or want you to feel bad for me or anything like that. I am saying this because I want to share my experience. I want to share a very raw personal experience. I feel like the fact that it makes my stomach churn because it's so embarrassing to talk about. That's exactly why I need to talk about it, because someone has to put it out there. And I guess I've been electing myself, as you can see on my channel, to just talk about and share all of these things that no one wants to talk about. So the gist of it all is, listen guys, if you are dreaming about people that you don't wish to be dreaming about, don't feel bad, don't feel ashamed. Even if you don't want to talk about it to other people, if you don't want to, but you always can. You can talk to a therapist, you can talk to a stranger, but really you need to sit with yourself and just send yourself love is really what it's about. Your dreams are showing you things, and it showed me that this was so deep, such a personal, deep thing, and it all had to do with my lack of self-worth and my lack of self-love, because that was not a fairy tale relationship. There was so much darkness to that relationship, and I hope I didn't come across in this video as it being, it was all rainbows and butterflies and sunshine, because it wasn't. And even if it was, like I said, we were no longer just a vibrational match. It was just time for us to get off the train. It was time for us to get off the stop and keep it moving. I mean, you can have Prince Charming of all charmings come down and say that they love you and you're the best, amazing, most wonderful person in the world. But if you don't actually believe it, if you don't actually feel it in your body, in your soul, honey, it doesn't matter who says it to you, because you're not going to believe it, because you don't feel it for yourself. I just want to thank you for taking the time to listen to my experience and me sharing, and I genuinely do hope that for one person out there that is resonating with what I'm saying, I just want you to know that everything is going to be okay. Everything is happening in divine timing, exactly how it's supposed to right now. Everything is perfect about your process, even though you feel like it's not. It is. It is. You'll get through this. Don't ignore your dreams, especially when you have reoccurring themes, reoccurring people, places, and things. Go within, because I guarantee you, you go within, you will find the answer. I feel very elated. Whew. Only took me months to do this video, but here we are. Thank you for sharing this space with me. Thank you for keeping an open heart and open mind. You're beautiful, you're amazing, you are special, perfect, just as you are. I love you so much. I will see you guys in another video.